Obama wele yot dok romelamal, jamaa whitewashing bar soap, sabuni ayoza, aye chabun luoko Obama be loyo. Ki chabun ma romelamal kun tiki rangi mataki cream, jamaa aye mung me kelo lewi gangi. Mole kombo dok miu leo kit ma bom yorbet kwede ki kome. Nonge dukan ki supermarket duju may loboman. Lujatne aye chapa General Enterprises. Ginonge idukan number deki Rafik Building, Ichikubo, Kampala.
Beritwal watie food kanching ario eni kador iwo yup wameru pension breakfast show aberki kerme nywako jema beje manoti katema Uganda eni kituong lobo kamo kene ringi uberika terwa ichamo alwoni international news jema titime dake manobo pinki Uganda Omiro duko chen pajo chawa me abogalam ngoma tikatime tunkumalo me Uganda kumbeti Taso Gulu kitika waido tiyan maduong kitie kituo Jonyo kono lunyoro gipengeyo Ismail Jacob Jones your report ini kawanan kawadugi
Itum pamwara mokate dulme the Aid Support Organization Taso jae office Matie Gulu City guber ka wat ichar ma pat me komale me Uganda kapimulu tiano mateno ikom kwitituo Jonyo dulman guber kapimulu tiano mamwar go chaka bijo o kere pab yang men magitie charo dak bene kinono tiano ma Pol Magiti ka kwoki kwiti metuo Jonyo malo nyurugi pengeyo Pol Tye regional manager Pitaso jae mai Gulu wajani Lutino magi weng gitie ko keto gi iyat ento luor gitie pe kony ma lobo Amerika dong food ongolo
Amira wajni wano Lutino maduong mafutia kwa kwiti metuo Jonyo ikine ka mwaka beach me o imwaka pawe ya ngwen ikine ka duwe dek keken wano Lutino maromo piera rio wia ngwen maka ineno almost chabet ki chabet no watika nongo Latina chel matia koi kwidi metuo Jonyo makuno futie ikin gang ma pekingeyo ono chon ne tia koi kwidi metuo Jonyo Taso wano ngene tia konyo dano maduong adada dano chochok aliba bungwen majo eneni pe waromo loko ngewa ketgi omir wamete kichung me konyo gi do lego community irwa mo keken ni ikare ma jeme tima teki wachung wono kitaso wekwa neno ni tutuo mamwa omete ki kinongo yat
en beno tero kama kum kana gin kitika no kony milim iye pe konyo dan magino yat board game
ikum pim eno ni wano pimu dano makaro aliba ngwen Lutino makaro aliba ngwen mamwago chake ikina beach me o ya pa wia ngwen eni wachi wani kache wamete kikore pim eno ni furu waromo nongo Lutino maduong wakonyo kwogi damiru wani Lutino mawano no gini weny wakero gi yat an kumbeti gitia muyat mabe watika roto gi watia kupe kilo gwak gi kum gitima yot mabe
okema beno wajane karme wot mamege ichar ma pat ma kamagiti ye gino perma dit ikom Lutino man magi pimu kagino gitiki kwiti tuo Jonyo
no ikom wot wamo bera pimu Lutino kin pajo ni ni Lutino mogo tie ma kijalo giro no ni bedo ki ada ne mena ki kume onyotio kama mabo dong kede beti kine Latin eni goro tie pien mukene no done peti wot mabe mukene no kume bedo liet kare ki kare mukene no lok me champe tia romone chi Lutino makuman food meta dadani ki pimge dong kakaro nonge dok chento nonge wano bi mete ki pimo Lutino enoni wang ma wanoni dong wa pimo Lutino weny ma mete dong adada pero tieni uchake ni ondwe pierio wia ngwen medwe machel ukit machel wano ngeyo president me America ujogo fudong kony ma USAID tika mione
kitung chel Eunice Akelo Matye ngarachel makonyo anyira madong gitye ka donda ma gitye ka kwo ki kwiti tuo jonyo wajo luor ma obedo tye i kom lutino anyira i kare me lok me ngolo kony wa ki gamente me lobo Amerika.
Yan mo wuni ki pat client twin to ki kana ber ki client tek ma chero kalimu gi ki gaenge magyan ko wani ni kendo ngi wuni ni taso ki loro ento taso no ki loro dongo ber ka goy plan ni dongi to ya ki mateno piano wer gi chak mun ne chi jo ma pol be go biro ka ne ma biro kan taso kan gi penyo ka taso ki loro ero wani ni ya tira ki dar ber ki to twin ma tera da piano no gi tamni ya la jendo pera
Akelo wajo ki wan luo TV ni timme chimutok futi pek ma tek total i kom lutino anyira man matino ma gitye kin pajom kom karni tachu ofiji me gulu gitye ka miyo yad la jin tuo jonyo ki dano makar alibabo ngwen. Ismail Jacob Jones pi wan luo television i Gulu City.
For it Ismail Jacob Jones me yupo report matur dak bena mabe anane lok ma wunyine pe mer to twile lo tian maduong kubeti gitika kwa kikwiti metuo jonyo marache no ringi ni kama gi aki yelo nyurogi kigai mamegi pekinge ni gitiki tuo enene an kera wana wange kere enene to tian magi do mano kum giti yota yora kuma ene je machalo chako odigi kache kwan madibe pere no betio matek chao kana tich ki liri yo mapopore gi je matien tiana egini ramache ikengi so kalo tiana pagi ngey ru nyoro be ngey ni komge let manyote ne HIV spread futie la mal
amera tinkar man me foya Taso Gulu me chung matek ki lutino makomano kache ki lunyoro gen gidi ka kwa ki kwiti metuo jonyo an wangyo mabe kiat ma kwiti metuo jonyo otemo kere avok nyoko balo kere kwa pa dano metonko mala me Uganda ka watimo pe ma kuono rweny as a result me kwiti metuo jonyo pe romo ngeo rajo kachel ki effect pa an kwiti metuo jonyo anone ema lutino Pol giteka kwa ki kwiti tuo jonyo la bonge palo nyoro gi man eni kitung bora team assessment no ni lutino magian go no igi especially lutino nyera magian go bede gang kwan man fud mwaka gino fud popore mu mer gen go no igi kare me corona effect ti la malo weng an pe me rache Pol palotino ma gitika no ki kwidi meto join eni atamo ni Pol giti lutino ma megi no gi kare pa corona ni bien kare pa corona ne chiel wot ki pe me chal oriat be be pa ko mediat fo wangi no wara ga bo LC1 kono vot nga ge and so new chair for antenatal is very key. Unfortunately, people take this as something that is not very important. Pero techni within the antenatal yo wing and around 4 circles makai tia weng mo woro klacho kiminu fon mo por pian the first visit tie me pimo tuoi como una rio weng in daho kachel ki latoni malacho gi pimo manda gi neo yot kompalacho tiningo ni daho kono yot committee ning nyo tuo mo kana no tie komi ka tuo tie gi chako ka advising in yat mena merti kwere ngo meretem how regular should you visit the health facility. A while looking chane ni chama sheria Arua. I had the opportunity me share kachel ki madam my health center 3 me police matie Arua. We were only 2 gentlemen out of Maramo Pierre Abichel Magiango Shero. And I was asking nurses Mamober Katikinyoni, how frequent do men come? Kachelki me udi waina 2, 3, the rest of the women minano and gibino kan and why shall ichi gamo kange and yes daho ka ngeo yot come but yen la show kono then ario yes, dahoro mo bedo safe kumbeti uchero en ipchame pima enoni. She could be safe, but in la cho pe chero kere and water peti mabe. Cha weng no itiga gonyo do GP. Ata daho chero oriat ki ie pima ma chero no ni kwiti metu jonyo pe kwede. Now ien kono pe chero baka pimo, but you a lifestyle peti mabe to so in that process inoni inaka kelo kwidi ki daho makon ko daho uchero pimo weng ono jimo pe kwede. So it is advisable kicho yes look we faithful longe wera boss make bon wero gi waje bena. If you cannot be faithful, please observe neno me chere ipima. Observe antenatal.
Mega ma tita
ne
ne kumberi namba pa Lutino ma neno chel giti ka video ene pe dana ma don 12.
Yeah.
Ka do ngata dit 12 ka be ti mo ka pier rio we bichi.
Pier rio bichi.
Neno ngata dit. So en dana Lutino ma kinywale yo don ki tuo. Because Lutino ma kinywale gi from 1993 from 92 ki ja kinywale Lutino don ki tuo. An kar ene yat no food bena petek ko twice. So Lutino ene don ko megiti mo ka pier rio we pier rio di e mo ka ene do wenti.
An giti kanywale.
So ikin gain kamo kana manolo nyuru cha kana ketero kere ne da ko pimo ni angon en kumelet la cho popim da ko non en kumepelet la cho popime iyonge antineto ma ngwera bij by the time adwa bungwen rama orenge no yen mun la cho da korwate ko ni dak ne da no tuo ki bot la cho inyo la tien no ki tuo ento in witi po ni ipime wang ma chaki antineto ki no tuo pare so by the time yen inyo la tini ne time kumi yot inyo la tien ma be ento ne inyo la tien no kuma let ina ilo tien magiti bedi ken gai ma pegi ni kum gelet and
it's advisable ni antenatal any konyi giberka mini phone always karibere ni rameshara kanywal ani this that test magetemo bana menwa no status itini ni karla ten maishara kanywal chane there's a way Manassas can really take care of make konye karo nywal because they already know your status ginga no ni any come peyot tiki kwiti metu jonyo no la ten ena mer ngo the water you mu pour ma bag car that mixture of the blood pa men cha pe doc kwena e pel palatien mano giti ka wara no giti ka ngolo na en so that precaution per attack then new status kuni kar menwal loyo weng pian it is your record mati kar attach on Manassas giti you kede me handling here ma bag ka kin no ni tiki previous complication giti ko be ma pata berotie then kan Manassas no ni you have been meeting all the required gene you have been doing that ni beruka chair for antenatal and you have met the requirements keep magi joli kede ke chair ariat
Keeping in your law abiding citizen. And sustainable development goals, Marco Medicamenta may Ghana Kilo may UNT watching end HIV by 2040. Kawati nano ne kubeti number ti era malo ringi pange ka goal and is going to be achieved by 2040. Bien kubeti non pero duong for mwaka beach when we go we were like corona. Corona cerca pie kuman mpox chora. Mpox ni kue kuman ebola chora. Ebola ni cho polio gino ti ngeta campaign TB gino ti. So pola dano giti kero tamgi kum tuo egini wen wig dan ti wile ni tuo jonyo HIV futi matek dak fut na ko dano.
I don't know ango magamendo ra watimo entonong an walo kanya no bekwe. Kekene it is now require self reflection. Each and every time as an individual chale ingat me take a kwelo eni ka furi come yod ba gwake gwake and then kado ni itiki kwidi na ni bena gwake dak peda bet ki ko li chunmo an ba nere pian an bene gine ne raj pian Lutino en mo tika na no gine diga ma gi do mero gen be go nyome they have that right so what gen be mero go nyome no now mero jomatiki tuo jonyo go nyome kiengi tuo jonyo enbe that is discrimination enbe permete but gena perete tini yin manongi no itiki tuo jonyo ne gwake peda poki jomo kane because ipoko ki ngati andir ma biro nego en latina shell man ting mingo ma nyo per ma ginwalo ma pe ki kwiti eni so the responsibility mero chakedwa then ario gamente tiki teach mumi again go tem. There are certain activities Matieka promoting gen ane, but government is silent about such activities. Yes, we cannot control it 100%, but we can really put embargo. Like things like prostitution, for God's sake. Can't we come out with ways we can really reduce the rate? Because it is now too much. Chere Gulu, chere Arua, chere Nebi, chere it's like a normal trade. And you ask yourself, Lutino makumbeti magiteka down because for them they just fall in think chalo jo mo pore gana ichakon.
Genatika work camping madam when team pore la bon yang nik be ni kirache tikwe. But anyway, in loka wunyene pe be ritual ndamba pa Lutino makumbeti kitika kwa kikuri tuo Jonyo ki report ka wachiniti ka iromal ritual igulu city. Before ni taso gitika kati me konyo dano ento bene kito ringo wa kere ne wa dok chen wa rote wan ken wa ki beno wa fonyo Lutino wa meta nyim kondai me che da kumbe da ga food da ga lok me apa ni food lok pe oleng dan ma kono makriem ge kingom ena ka chok mi abor ki wiye kitika wa chini lok me cham ti kumbe ti da a yelo cham pere kilo ken gang la wo maya ne MP Antonio Cole a me amor kara che LC5 Michael akon go ber kono chone joine gutemo o I apa erano ki gange opian no lungo lu FTC opposition yonge ngole crossover ene meduge NRM donc ye joine donye muleme I apa ken so go be ki kara mo lokki lu ken gang menena chelgi erone lu ken gang tiga wachene champe ka pian ka kriem ki ngom no donc ka fu bana pere ringe
Gitika beru bana. From that name.
Kabiru parki kafu. Nena we. Irang manyo kamo bor ngare mone era no ngom mamiri fu ye cham malach ke pero Lutino ni no paka.
Loki gira tika kare. But la pentieni luogi dana wengi tika kwa iganga nga ingompa nga ka kwena ki come. That is the question na American nan. Unfortunately, atia lokan ento foot no opportunity me share come. But kit pango mapa nan kere pate para ki ngoma tungangwa. But the biggest question tieni, how is life in Apa? The pen earning food not momu gonya pare. Being all the time information news makate they are always negative. The stories makar aki Apa, I have never heard of a positive story from Apa. Apart from a politicians meeting people.
There can never be a positive story in a place being contested. Look at a place like Gaza, ma Israel ke Palestine. Cha when pian dana when miro. There is no way my peace can prevail in your baby in your positive news mama ramakati.
Because
same for pa. Ajumani timachi enemega. Churi wa enemegi. So what do you expect?
But the same people magitika lwenye kiengi eni mari kia chuli magitika lwenye ngomapa they are also accusing ni ya dana watike ai lobo mukana tivorlobo Uganda mukana gena gitika bedi hapa Johana gitika temang ngoi hapa for that story, I wanted to go physically myself. Menyang, gitika wajani dana money makipekiti actually pekiti mari rekumbete gana dana occupying apa doing businesses. La chinchana lo mabere gulu lo ki lo cholo ngaya mukana. Awajal amera chari apa ram oni John go wachani ke mera chari apa nene yera motoka palo chat bagira di chari chuk matitu apa kono. There's a market in apa. Chuk anoni tiengo manga and chuk anoni how is it conducted? And that's why I better bring in the other positive aspect of the story. Giberu kwena. Piangen lucholo nge wajal wan ka omer chara pa ka no ngoma ti ya pa wa chara chal dia chara. Wa lorry for chat bomb ma chara auction. Ya pa. Then I got my wife. There's also trading apa. Yes. I got pay larang ome gitu kan ni larang ome ni tieki tete but lumon pegi ye ngarata me chiar ki piri ni mo ina ordinary desata challa wa curfew kitia ko kar don kwena ya pa cha chiel me de wo me o cha chiel me ko deko. So what happens cha ko cha chiel me ko deko wa cha chiel me de wo? How is life? This is what I wanted to understand. Are people not allowed to go and farm? Are people not allowed to do other trade apart from farming? What is life like? Because one of the members of parliament wajani, there's a petrol station also that has been put in a petrol station panga.
But you did it technically kone itama megwa numero apa bed mere open magino mo activity mo e cannot bed para because
no, yes, this is what I needed to know. I needed to see ni apa chalo it is being contested. Chat ben pere. It's just a total cover.
Oh, bed pere. Arma bed pere. More bed pere. But you see, the indigenous people of Apa that belong there.
But who are they? Because now the Mahdi are saying one ben or better kind. One ben is
and a mixture of those people, though. A mixture of those people.
I think I need to agree with the President Museveni. Mucho ekartashika ene. Western leaders warned against fueling conflict. And I need to look at that particular submission, Paladilobo. Museveni said as the president, he had more conflicts over boundaries with neighboring countries, citing the border issues with the South Sudan, DR Congo, and Tanzania. But he is focused on developing the conflict-free areas. The president revealed that during one of the meetings with the president of Salva Kiir, near Moyo, some Kuku elders from South Sudan tried to claim that they knew the border, quoting him saying, verbatim, but I asked them to go back because border demarcation is done using British documents of 1962, Museveni said. He said the disputed land is about 1,000 square miles out of Uganda's total land area of 93,000 square miles. I am developing the 92,000 square miles which have no argument by putting up tarmac roads and factories. And I am moving, Museveni said. So Museveni is still, there is a British map. And he's not, also to some extent, he's not believing in the elders. And why the map?
But Oringi, in America, highlighting your chalo, lorecom, lotedar, macumberigitie, congitie diapa, nuitunga pane, kite wine. Champera manyotene kangom is under contestation te lokane ngarati tiking of ene yumo pore pe so fu benano pere
then chama numero akwana
yeah and I don't wala what you penye ne walo jirani neighbor
yen la chenchane prime minister went to a Germany the leaders ma Germany jolo prime minister mabaya there was that allocation under the office of the prime minister ma each household numero non chane money maromo million a beach then gun gunong yet bari gian gu yopi atma megi work area magene but the same the prime minister and the team went to Amoro district local government. The same leaders Matino Shiar Karwata and Kilotela a call honorable a call Kachel Kill honorable LC5 Guriamo prime minister key gankal me Amoro so non la pentieni chairman omer ai kwena pien la chenchane proposal le tie me konyo and jo erni but won't poi chao coin pagamente. No, this time no doing gamente. No, maybe you will agree with the office of the prime minister. These people need to be supported.
But support and pe coin because kada hongiyo and bekini prime minister mira yo bino mean which are move for a wane.
No, me
and you yen kangombot jirani chi food. Look a handout is not a solution in any way. Tama mega gere. But anyway, look me pa pegit wak pe chope. Futika work kumeno. Wow, kikono conduct wa chat kam kanek begite wachini yupu stadium me akibwa mati city me lira dung tika o ka kwana anicha minister me education and sports me Janet kata Museveni berikono kayaro ket me yupu stadium enone ma wo beriken stadium wo hosting AFCON 2027 wa dong non ki mo achele kan me hosting AFCON. Are we ready then?
Yeah, 2027 for Tiegere, but I believe for quality work, 2 years is not enough. Mayopo Stadium to the Vietnamese standard and to the standard metro matika wajekere. But I like the progress of work. In January, la dilo president Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kachelke Mama Janet Kataa Museveni again go chair go launching Yopo and Akibwa Stadium at Lera ene. Gena pera tak nong NINA the release of the money to be used. We don't want to hear any. We have run short of money and we don't have chanamo mumirwati kere me nerani yup me yup and Kibwa Stadium or mabe. But all hopes are not lost yet. Ganti madet ni stadium ni kayubo pian gen mapera bero taklo when any awenema ki kayubo. But this time at least the contractor and the workers are at the site.
And La Peña tie because AFCON 2027 Luma will hosting Uganda, Kenya, ke Tanzania. Uganda kitika biakonene Nambole Stadium or hosting Akibwa Stadium makiti yupene and ki stadium mona chele hoima kono kilwoni ngoa pia I stand to be corrected. And genati ring we ring kanye dano luak anyway road network me ake hoima Nambole Lera road network may Uganda and walk down hotels name in these places.
I think currently by 2027 I believe Laos sub-region will be fully connected tarmacked. And the major roads heading to Lera will all be tarmacked. Pian kumpetike aki Kampala tika chero Lera via east. Yo tima leng wana pachi di nyinga mete Kenyo. Yo me aki en Masinde Port me kare ferry yo enone kenong yo ene ba gitika yepone, and I have a belief ni by 2027 no yo ene is fully tarmacked with the exception of Wipem Mati ene winam eno me Masinde Port eno ka nyo gramo yopo bridge. We wait to see whether that will be done. Ka pechi ferry Mati a little bit more than ferry mo mergete kono me konyo en movement, then we pe make a room banano non kitia ko yobane fully according to reports. Connecting to Lera Ubero yacht piano ire tamak you no right ko go to 12, but you by air also you kidege me share on tun kono. I think we need now to look at Lera airfield. What is the status now?
Ivory Coast, was it Ivory Coast mobile hosting AFCON 2022-23? President go watching they are not ready. He may igi kong dak another 2 years work on yupe. And waka makimere igi mwaka Jonyo yupe ma in waka hotels, at yacht, Guri, stadium. When mago hosting AFCON kideyu ma bed it was. So one nungu mwaka chele can any stadium footy ground level kumana hotels appear ki gudu or yacht appear ki gudu. Diga gero tiki air Uganda in ento landing chero airport mana tunko male me Uganda hoima gera kiti yupone airport igana masindi hoima
yoima.
Yes.
Sport wise Uganda is not ready for any international
games.
We are
not ready, Ringi.
We are just gambling. Why am I saying that we are just gambling? Kapuri nambul any karke chireka katimu mera tok chawa ngwen timu katok chabi chiel pian 2 hours no for it jam. And there's no way you're going to do flyover.
In gen machala to ke mun ne.
When Lutino pian
when you 1 hour
pian Lutino when mer digi badge, and there's no way that you're going to fly over the vehicles manotika chera tum jinja jam anone.
But there's a helicopter pad in Ambole Kenyako.
Helicopter yellow to Gadi.
I'm telling you, we are not ready.
So we are just gambling.
We are not
ready.
Yes.
Let's Kenya or Tanzania host.
Even Kenya doubt whether they are ready.
At least Kenya, at least Uganda.
East Africa, we are not ready.
East Africa,
road
Uganda.
Network poor, air network poor.
Now Kenya actually need to go to Berin in Akivu Kenya no downtown Kampala area area modana gichero
kwana mano bia chara giti Kenya
tapi ni kamadano point nyinka be weno weno bede kemala ne no ilu en tabi donyo tabi na kifu channel Kenya ilu ni Chikubo area modana gichero kwana, because that's the only way you can access Nachivubo Stadium.
Mara ni chabeki berika dani ki yubo ki loom mati plastic taf merki ket loom mati original loom.
So Uganda Ministry of Education and Sports, let's have the meet where ni for chaka. We need another 20 years for us to host AFCON. That is to me. When we see now hotels of standard, you know, how many 5-star hotels
and hotels miro connecting ki Otiaba because you took dealing no injuries,
yes.
So they should be able to be transported quickly to first aid Oriata to Kwane. Kon stampede mono temel.
No temel. Kakoni giroyo igirne ta kisemen mo manong gitiga jebu ki god gata bagita char fact any. Yeah? Unless semen magiti ti Uganda we stadium add direct kilo wigi pe a kilo Uganda pe kilo Uganda semen time kana no po gano ki this time
anino ja kitororo but anyway yupo akibwa stadium elera city tika waranyim watika ngione kanya are we ready for AFCON 2027 oko watanyika Kenya kwa yue matidi kada kwa dugdong wa gamchima megu no bena wa winyo tamba megu wondo winyo megu ramo da kwa miyo chance ki wonda bena ko loke kwa yue kwa dugi
Nong miet paluok kichabun mamonya doku kilanzo luxury bathing soap. Yeki kweni mapat chalawai mentho antibacterial, ice cool, blueberry, coconut kishia butter kidong raspberry. Mogi ken mayero wego del komidong maleng kon wegi no miet paluok kichawa duju. Lanzo luxury bathing soap, the ultimate refreshing feel. Luchatone ayechapa General Enterprises ginong edukan na Madeki Rafik Building Ichikubo Kampala. Nong Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap idukan ki supermarket Duju